Good day students. Welcome to a new class of Skill Education IT 402. In today's class, we are going to learn a new unit of IT 402 subject, that is Information Technology, and today we are going to start with the Electronic Spreadsheet unit number 4. Before our unit test, that is a periodic test, we had completed unit number 3, that is the digital documentation, and also we had completed the internet and IT enabled services and keyboarding skills. That is, these are the 3 units, unit 1, 2 and 3, which have been completed. Now in our unit number 3, a small little part, that is the mail merge section, is not going to be covered this year, because there is a continuation of mail merge in standard 10th. So during that time, practically we will be showing you how to do the mail merge procedure. So for this particular term, we are going to omit that particular part of the digital documentation. So with this, we start with this new unit, that is electronic spreadsheet. Now what is the meaning of a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is a software which can be used to store and manipulate data. Now what is data? Data means anything which has got some information which is related to each other and has a specific meaning, that is called as data. So a particular software which helps us to store and manipulate this data is a spreadsheet. Now users can enter the data into a spreadsheet, do all the formattings, calculate and analyze the data for decision making. So the basic use of a spreadsheet is to enter the data and enter formulas and do some particular calculations and analyze the data and do decision making based on that data. Spreadsheets also provide certain inbuilt formulas and functions for common mathematical, financial, statistical and logical operations in a very sophisticated manner. So with the help of this, there are many built-in functions, built-in logical, statistical, mathematical functions which aid in the calculation process. So spreadsheets help to do calculations very fast, and it is mostly used in places where a lot of calculations are involved and a lot of data analysis is involved, and also in offices, in accounting applications, in places where calculations are being done on a large scale, use of spreadsheet is very important. Now also the data can be graphically represented in the form of charts and graphs. So just by looking at a data, you may not be able to understand it more clearly, but when the same data is represented in the form of charts and graphs, it becomes very easy. So Excel helps, or the spreadsheet helps us to do this work very quickly. So now OpenOffice Calc can perform certain operations very effectively and accurately. One is tabulation of data, simple mathematical calculations, complex calculations using formulas and functions, arranging the data in ascending and descending order, filtering of the required data from the huge set of data, checking for the validity of the data, protection of data using passwords, and graphical representation of the data. So these are basically all the different operations which can be performed very effectively with the help of a spreadsheet. In our previous years, we have learned a very important spreadsheet, that is Microsoft Excel, which was a part of Microsoft Office. But in our 9th standard, we are going to use the OpenOffice Calc, which is a part of the Apache OpenOffice suite, which is free to download. So you already have done, you must be aware that we have used digital documentation, that is the OpenOffice Writer for using doing digital documentation, and for this particular unit, that is the spreadsheet unit, we are going to use OpenOffice Calc. So let us understand how we have to use this and what is the layout and what are the different parts of the OpenOffice Calc worksheet.
To start OpenOffice Calc, double-click on the OpenOffice icon on the desktop or click on the Start menu and click on the OpenOffice application. Either way, you will be able to open and the Apache OpenOffice dialog box opens up, and here you are going to select the spreadsheet option. When I double click on this, OpenOffice Calc will open up for you. Now let us look at the different parts of the OpenOffice Calc screen. It is also called as OpenOffice Calc, C-A-L-C, or CalC, whichever you want, you can pronounce it. Now the first bar on top is the title bar, which contains the name of the spreadsheet. As of now, it is not saved, that is why you get an untitled one as the name. Below this is the menu bar, which contains different menu options. So let us look at the file menu first. The file menu contains certain commands like the new, which is used for creating a new spreadsheet, open, which already opens an existing spreadsheet, the close, save as, and also we can export this as a PDF document. So, and we can see the print preview and also do the printing of our spreadsheet from the file menu. The next menu is the edit menu, which contains options like the cut, copy, paste, which is very common, the find and replace, autofill options, and deleting the contents, deleting cells, etc. All these options are available in the edit menu. The view menu helps us to view the different elements in a OpenOffice, that is the toolbars or the status bar or the navigator pane. All these, if you want to view or in a full screen or zooming, can be done from the view menu. Here in the insert menu, we can get to insert new rows, new columns, new sheets, also inserting of different types of functions, naming of certain cells and cell ranges, which and also different objects like pictures, movie objects, sounds, and charts. From this can all be done from the insert menu. From the format menu, we can format the cells, the rows, columns, insert the change the column width, the row height, etc. Even the renaming of sheets can be done. From the formatting, we can do change cases and many other formatting options from the format menu. Tools menu helps us to give certain advanced features of the calc, that is the scenarios, merging, sharing. All this we will learn in the standard 10th in detail. In data also, the data menu also of this particular OpenOffice Calc, we will be learning in detail about filtering, subtotals, validities, consolidation, etc. in the 10th standard. So these two toolbars, that is the tools and the data options, we will be learning in depth in standard 10th. So this basically, these are the few of the menu options which are available in the menu bar. Now just below the menu bar is the standard toolbar. Now under the standard toolbar, whatever are the most commonly used options which I already explained to you from the menu bar, those are put over here in the standard toolbar. For example, some of the options for the file menu, the cut, copy, paste options, and the sorting options, and some common options which are there are put together under the standard toolbar. Below the standard toolbar is the formatting toolbar, which helps us to format data inside our cells. That is the changing of the font color, bold, italics, and underlining, and alignment options, and also certain cell formatting options which we will be learning in detail later on. We can also highlight or give backgrounds to a cell or change the font color from this option. So basic formatting options are available in the formatting toolbar. Below the formatting toolbar is the formula bar. Now this bar is a very important bar, and it contains a lot of different small elements. The first box is called here on the extreme left hand side is called as the name box. This name box gives us the address of the currently active cell. So here now this is a particular in the spreadsheet we have got columns, different types of columns, and the different rows. So this particular name box will give us the cell address of the currently active cell. It will also help us to give different name ranges, which I will teach you later on. What is the meaning of naming of cell ranges? Those cell ranges also can be seen in the name box. Now besides the name box is the function wizard. So with the help of this particular icon, when I click on it, it will give me a list of all the different functions which are available to you, which you can use very quickly to do mathematical calculation. So this is called as the function bar, the function wizard. Besides that is the auto sum function, which helps us to do the totaling of a range of cells very quickly. And the next one is the actual function. So if I want to add any function and I click on this, an equal to sign comes here, and I can use the input line to write down the function. So this is called as the function. Here this is called as the formula bar, where any formulas which are or the data which is written in a particular cell is displayed. So this is the importance of the formula bar that is below the formatting toolbar. Now below this is your actual column headings A, B, C, D this way, and the row numbers one below the other. Now on the extreme right hand side is your scroll bar, which helps you to scroll down, up and down the sheet, and besides this is your the properties bar, that is you can click over here and get to see certain properties with the style and formatting windows, galleries, etc., navigators, and the functions can be done from here also. Now below this is your sheet tabs. By default there are 3 sheets: sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. So these are the 3 sheets. We can insert more sheets into our workbook, and I will tell you how to do that. There are 3 methods of doing it, which I'll be explaining it to you later on. Now navigating between the sheets also can be done. As of now there is not much of matter in any of the sheets, so I need not navigate from one sheet to the other. Now here is your standard, the zooming options. Here I can zoom into a particular, that is the zooming, increasing the percentage of zoom or decreasing the percentage of zoom can be done from the zoom buttons over here, which are to the extreme bottom right of the screen. So this is your zoom buttons which help you, and here below you can see any functions which are used. You can see it over here in this particular position. So basically this is how the actual basic layout of your calc sheet. Now when I click on a particular column, the entire column gets selected, and when I click on a particular row, the entire row gets selected. So the row heading and the column headings are used to select the column. So you can select the columns, a range of columns by consecutive columns by simply selecting on it, or you can select consecutive rows also by simply clicking on the row heading and dragging on it. Non-consecutive columns can be selected by clicking on the control button and keep the control button pressed and click on the different columns. So this will help you to select non-consecutive columns. Similarly, if I want to select non-consecutive rows, so for example I want to select row number 2 and row number 11, keep my control key pressed and click on row number 11, and then click on row number 17 and row number 24. So this way non-consecutive rows and columns can be selected by clicking on the control button of the keyboard. Now so you know now how to select the consecutive single columns, consecutive columns by simply clicking and dragging, and also non-consecutive rows and columns with the help of the control key.
So here in a gist, this is the diagrammatic representation of the entire screen. That is the quick access toolbar, title bar, ribbons, the control boxes, the name box, the insert function, formula bar, column headings, formatting toolbar, the vertical scroll bars, the worksheet navigation, sheet tabs, the status bar, and the zoom control button. So these are the basically the different parts of a worksheet, OpenOffice Calc worksheet. Now navigating in a worksheet is a very important part of Excel. So using these key combinations or a particular key, we can move around the Excel worksheet very quickly. So here the arrow key is the control plus the arrow key, which is moving to the end of the range, home key which is used to take you to column number A, control plus home to A1 position, control plus end which will take you to the bottom of the page up, page down. All these are the different types of navigation keys which we use in a spreadsheet. So let us look at it. Let us have a demonstration of how it is done. Let us now have a look at certain navigational keys in OpenOffice Calc. Now what is the meaning of navigation? Navigation means moving around a spreadsheet. So here we have got 3 different spreadsheets, and just clicking on each of these tabs, we can just click on and move into the different sheets. But what about moving inside an open office worksheet? So if my particular cell is, I keep my pointer on a particular cell, then that cell is a selected cell or it becomes an active cell. The active cell is always highlighted in a darker border. Now if I use the arrow keys, I can use the arrow keys, that is the left arrow, right arrow, left arrow, up arrow and the down arrow key to move in between cells. I can also click on a particular cell and move it. Now here if I keep my cursor in between and there is a range of data, if I want to move to the beginning of the data, I will click on the control and the home key, which will take me to the beginning of the data range. Control plus end key will take me to the last cell of the data range. So here it means that the moving around in a data range can be done very easily with the help of the control and the home key, control and the end key. Now, if my cursor is in a particular position here, and if I take simply the home key, it will take me to the A column of the particular row. And if I press the end key, the control plus the home key, as I told you, will take you to the first is control plus the side arrow key, that is the right arrow key, will take me to the last row on the cell on that particular row. Now you can also use the page up and the page down keys to move in between. See, now the pages are moving, page up and page down keys for moving around the different pages. Now suppose I am doing page up, page down. Here I am down here. If I want to take me to the completely the first cell, that is A1, I press control and home. That will take me to the very first cell of the worksheet. Now the control and down arrow key will take me to the last column or the last row of that particular column. That is the last row here is 10,48,576. So this many rows are present in a spreadsheet. Similarly, control and the right arrow key will take me to the last column, that is 1024. So in a worksheet of OpenOffice Calc, we have got 10,48,576 rows and 1024 columns. The last column name is AMJ. So if you ask what is the cell address of the very last cell of a worksheet, we can say it is AMU 1048576. So if I keep my cursor on the very last cell, this is the actual cell address. So that many cells. Now if I say control and home, it will take me to the very first cell of the worksheet. So this way I can navigate using the different keys in a keyboard and move around in a worksheet. So with this, we come to the end of this session, and I hope you have understood what is the layout of a OpenOffice Calc worksheet and how to navigate inside a worksheet. In our next class, we are going to understand what are formulas and functions and how we can effectively use a worksheet. Thank you.